Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing well. It's good to be back. Thank you very much for watching. A lot has changed, especially on the simulator. I've had a few problems and I tried to fix as best as I could. So let's see if everything goes well. This is our first stream after all the issues. That started with me installing hotfix number 3 on Prepar3d. That wasn't a good idea. But yeah, let's see what happens and hopefully it will go well. Today we're going to be doing a flight out of Tokyo Narita all the way to KHABAROVSK Novy in Russia. A flight that should take us 2 hours and a half minutes gate to gate on the FSLabs A320. Full ATC all the way to Khabarovsk. So let's get going before we miss this opportunity. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy. I hope everything goes as planned. We already have it looks like yeah, the frame rate just went down now that I start streaming, and I don't usually have this problem. We'll see what happens. Like I said, I've done a lot of changes. And this is the first time that I'm testing it. Hopefully, it will go well. Okay. One thing that I'm gonna do is, instead of trying to remember to move the camera, at least on this pre-flight part of the flight, I'm just gonna leave the MCU on the screen here. Let me know if that bothers, if it's better the other way, where I tilt the camera down a little bit. We'll see. Anyways, let's get going. We are late. I now just have to get used to actually use here. Instead of oh, I guess I can still use my iPad. Anyways, let's get this going. Just want to make sure, yeah, A320, and we have the new NavData, so we're good. Flight will be SBI 568. Oh, I should actually try the mouse. Let's see. Oh, this is gonna be it's gonna be feel strange. Anyways, yeah, flight level 36, cost index we're gonna use 20. And let me just move something here on my other screen. Okay. And just want to make sure. So Narita, Khabarovsk, and our KHV, and our alternate is there too. Which is another freeware, amazing freeware. The alternate too we have installed. And Homutova. And I'm planning on doing some flights there too. Anyways, so that looks good. Flight level 360, temperature on 360 should be roughly 55. Yeah, that looks good. And ground temperature right now 17. Let's just double check. Yeah, 17 in Tokyo. We should right away contact 1260, or at least not contact but stay on the frequency. So that looks good. We can go to our initiate our ACARS and everything. Oh, actually, there's another thing that I forgot. Yeah, I'm a little bit rusty here, especially the stream and everything. I hope it doesn't get... I hope it goes, well... Okay. So...
Clearing 1652, regional navigation, direct command, climb and maintain flight level 200.
Direct command, climb maintain flight level 200, clearing over 613.
One good thing is you can type a little bit faster than on the iPad. There's a little bit of a delay on the iPad. And now here it's a little bit, so there you go, 2 hours and 11 minutes. Here is a little bit better. Okay, so block 11.3. That's another information that we need. So block 11.3, trip 5604, taxi 165, taxi 165, 5604 for the trip, 12:30 for the departure.
Clearing 1652, contact Tokyo Control 120, decimal 5.
Okay. Contact Tokyo Control 120, decimal 5.
Great.
And we are gonna request catering right away. And we can see the time right now, but we'll
Clearing 319 Tokyo departure, contact turn right heading 200, vector to cover, climb and maintain flight level 200.
Chocks in.
Chocks are in.
Contact 200 and direct command, 319. Clear 319 vector to command, climb and maintain flight level 200 and heading 200.
okay, so 32, 29.9. And everything else looks good, so we're accepting that. We're gonna try to make it a little bit more realistic too. We're gonna wait for the final numbers on the load, which I never do because they always get here late, and I don't want to have to deal with it. But let's try to do it a little bit more. Always rushing. It's not good. No, either. And taking shortcuts. I know it's not something. It's not of a.
Okay, I'm out.
It's not
for
too
the
much of a
walk
big
around.
deal because I always look at the final numbers to make sure that they are
Clearing
pretty close to
319
the
right heading
preliminary
290.
numbers that we had.
Turn right heading 290.
So it's not that we are going
319.
like crazy here, but still, let's try to on stuff that doesn't make much of a too much of a difference. Let's try to keep more realistic. Okay, we should ask for our clearance because I want to get the flight plan going here. But the proper, especially the proper departure. I don't know which runway they want to use. They want us to use. So what we're gonna do is just get a meter real quick here for Tokyo. Oh, and I forgot about the overlay. I'm just thinking about it now. I should.
Contact Tokyo Control 120.
Yeah, but what it matters, I guess, is the display on the MCDU here,
Contact
right?
Tokyo Control 120.5.
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna leave it like this. As long as you can see the display, you don't have to actually see me pressing the buttons with the mouse with the mouse, right? That's not a big deal. I would say. Let me know if it is. Okay. Let's get going here. So we have RJAA, Tokyo Narita, 23:11:30 Zulu. So half an hour ago, 140 at 3. I don't know if they're gonna allow us to. I don't know. We're on terminal number 2. I don't know if they're gonna be happy with us using 16 left. For us, will be an easier taxi. we'll try. Anyways, and visibility is good. Just few clouds. 16, 15, QNH 1015. We're gonna be using hectopascal because we're flying back to Russia, and this is a Russian operated flight. Okay, let's get our clearance. I hope to get 16 left. We'll see.
Korea 554, Tokyo departure, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 200, fly heading to 120.
Climb to maintain flight level 200, heading to 120.
I don't even know if departure wants us to get the clearance with them. Center is online too. We'll find out. Oh, actually, before we do that, I completely forgot an important thing here. Let's turn this pumps on. Do our CVR test here. Yeah, I completely forgot about it. This is gonna be rough. This is gonna be a rough one.
Korea 554, right turn right heading to 220.
It took me forever to set up the stream and everything. I haven't done it. I would say 2 weeks now. Yeah. It's gonna be a rough one. Bear with me. Oh well. Okay, we did the CVR test. Yeah, we did. Okay, for the lights here, everything looks good. We can test. We should look everywhere.
No issues on the walk around.
The overhead we're gonna dim a little bit. And here we don't need this bright. It's too bright. Okay, pressure, landing elevation is good. Let's do our fire test here. On engine 1 and 2. The FO did APU already. And we go down here. Okay, to 6, everything looks good. Yeah, nothing to recall. Audio sounds looks good. Idle. Off.
Korea
Normal.
554, turn right heading to 280, climb and maintain flight level 200.
Parking brake on.
Right
And
heading
we
280, then say again please.
Accumulator pressure on the
Climb
parking
and
brake.
maintain flight level 200.
And we can
Climb
move
to
this right
maintain flight
away.
level
We're gonna be
200, Korea 554.
Okay. Let's get our clearance and see what happens. Let's see if he wants to give us clearance or if we have to contact someone else. Tokyo departure, Konnichiwa, Siberia 568 A320 at Tokyo Narita, looking for IFR to Khabarovsk, Russia.
Asiana 312 Tokyo departure, Russia. This time contact Tokyo approach 119 at this marvel. Korea 554 regional navigation direct combat, climb and maintain flight level 300.
Regional navigation direct to combat, flight level 200, Korea 554.
Hi, the security and safety checks are all done. Are you good to start boarding?
Yes.
Thanks. Clear to board.
Okay, departure Korea 554, confirm cancel level restriction.
Korea 554 comply with cancel altitude restriction, climb and maintain flight level 300.
Okay, thank you. Cancel altitude restriction, climb to flight level 200, Korea 554.
Korea 554 contact Tokyo control 120.5.
Contact Tokyo control 120.5, Korea 554, good day.
Good day.
And Siberia 568 is going to contact approach 109.1, thank you.
Good.
Tokyo departure 5959, leaving 1800 for 200, heading 120.
Alright, Action, Japan Air, 89959 so
Tokyo approach, konnichiwa. Siberia 568 is an A380 right now, A320, correction. At Tokyo Narita, looking for an IFR clearance to Khabarovsk, Russia.
FSLabs 568 Tokyo approach, Roger, stand by for clearance.
We'll stand by for clearance, Siberia 568, thank you. I don't know why I said A380. I wish we had a good A380. Anyways, boarding has begun. Oh, I know, Prasad.
Siberia 568, clearance for you, ready copy.
Siberia 568 is ready to copy, thank you.
Siberia 568 cleared to Khabarovsk Airport via Akagi 3 departure, flight plan route, maintain forward 200, expect forward 360, and the scope is 1305.
Siberia 568 is cleared to Khabarovsk Airport, Akagi 3 departure, initial climb flight level 200 and expecting flight level 360 after, en route, and squawk 1305 for Siberia 568.
Siberia 568, reback is correct. Now using runway 16 right, push back and start your discretion. Call for taxi, please.
We'll call for taxi and we're going to be using 16 right. Siberia 568, thank you very much. Okay, so two bad news. Well, one bad news. 16 right. We could ask 16 left, but I don't like, especially on busy airports like this. Anyway, yeah, so Prasad, sorry. I just wanted to get this going here. Yes, I've had a lot of problems with the simulator. I tried to install hotfix number 3 on Prepar3d 4.5, and it was a nightmare. And I'm not even sure if this is going to be working well anyways, too. I already seen that the frame rate doesn't look as good as... anyways, I'm trying. I'm trying my best here. I've been busy too. So yeah, I'm glad to see you back, and I hope everything's fine. I hope everything's still going well with you and a family. Thank you so much for joining. Let me just get this thing going here, and we'll talk. Just give me 1 second. I just don't wanna delay this too much. And one idea that I had, I don't know. Please let me know if it's nice or not. To have the MCDO, at least on this phase of the flight, well, the pre-flight, to have the MCDO popped up on the screen here to make it easier to read. I don't know if you think it's a good idea or not. Let me know. And but yeah, no, everything's fine. I just had problems with the simulator, and I ended up doing a big overhaul here and going through a lot of settings and a lot of stuff. And so I'm trying now. I hope it works well. Let me know if you see something odd, if something it's not working well. I should actually bring this up higher here so it doesn't stay on top of the overlay. Yeah, something like this would be better. So yeah, let me know. But everything's fine. Thank you so much, and I hope everything's fine with you too. I hope you're doing well. Okay, so let's get this going. The flight plan here. Then I wanna get this. Okay, 16 right. Akagi 3, and no transition. Okay, it's already in. And for arrival, that I'm a little bit more. It will be 05 right. I'm almost positive. Aguni 3 Sierra, and no via. This is a very strange, not strange, but it's a different approach, old school approach. Well, I should say star, old school star with an approach, but we'll be fine. Okay, so that's that. We can, since we have our initial load sheet numbers, we can use those ones on our init B page. So let's do our diff rip, but without the performance numbers, and see what happens. So we go to data. I'm gonna check nav too, even though we already checked. So data looks good. Initial we already checked before. What I'm gonna request is make a wind request, but just double checking. Everything looks good. Temperature 17, flight level 360. Yeah, everything looks good. Flight plan, we have a 873. Let's double check with our flight plan. The distance, yeah, 875 I had it, so we're good. And everything looks Kagi 3, and then we're gonna have Aguni 3 Sierra. Yeah, everything for runway 05 right. Everything looks good. Red nav, if we need to come back. I don't have, let me add here. We're gonna use probably Zulu, I would say, yeah. So we're gonna be using runway 16 right, ILS Zulu, runway 16 right, 111.5, India Kilo Foxtrot, course 157. Okay, so we're good with that. Our initial B will be 57.1. 32 and a block 11.3. Okay, so we can take a look at fuel prediction, extra time, and destination fuel on board. Yeah, 1.6 and 3.7 with our estimated fuel on board of 5.6. That makes sense. And we're gonna do our performance and check our oh, we can check now. We should be using 340, but anyways, we have a company message here. Hopefully it is what we are looking for. Beautiful. So see, it's a little bit more realistic. Now we have the numbers that they want us to use on the performance takeoff calculations. It didn't change that much. We had 57.120, 57.118, and 68.253. We had 68.260 and 29.96 for the CG takeoff CG. But at least we have the actual numbers that the company wants us to use, and it makes it for a little bit more realistic. So we're gonna get our performance numbers right away, and it's perfect timing. So RJAA, and just don't want to forget, I hope this doesn't stay in, yeah, it will. I just want to leave this here just for a little bit. So RJAA winds, we know 140 at 3. Temperature, if I'm not mistaken, was 15 or 16. QNH 1015. Runway 16 right. Oh, let me just write down here on my notes. I like to have the stuff written, especially when we are dealing with ATC. It makes it easier to get this information. I have organized on notes here, just like you usually do. And 68.3. And we should be calling this 30. Yeah, let's call it 30. It's 29.96. So, and config 1 plus F. Okay.
Morning.
Okay. So we should be getting the numbers soon. Let's go over our FCU here. So we are nav, constraint, FD, flight director, and LS on. Checking the departure. Oh, he gave us an initial climb of flight level 200. So we're good with that. For our departure here, this is our standard. We know it's 14,000 on transition here, and we're gonna wait until we get the numbers. And we're waiting for our fuel numbers too. We're supposed to have 11.3. We are at 10.840. So we should be done soon. So yeah, Prasad, everything's fine. And it was just really a combination of time issue and having problems with the simulator. It was my own fault. I should have known better to not touch nothing that is working. You know what the problem was? The performance in London has been bothering me, and I wanted to find a solution for it. That's what it was. Because I didn't want to have to stop flying out of Heathrow, because you know we always get good flights out of there, in and out of there. So I wanted to find a way to deal with it, and I think I did. I think at the end it was a good thing, even though I had problems. It took me a while. I think it's running much better. It was a good compromise. I sacrificed a little bit of stuff that doesn't matter. We wouldn't even see. There was loading a lot, especially in London.
197, contact Tokyo Control.
So I think you're gonna like it. Our next. I'm actually getting 29 frames inside in the cockpit in London with traffic and the weather. So I think it's gonna be good. I haven't tried streaming. As you know, this is the first stream, but we'll do this weekend. Hopefully today, later today. Do a flight in Europe and test and see if the frame rate streaming are still good. Anyways, we got our numbers. Just want to make sure. This is our registration. Yeah, numbers that we input look good. So we have a down for the stab, down 0.3.
Siberia
585859.
Approach.
Go ahead for Siberia 568.
Siberia 568, runway change, expect runway 34 left departure.
Okay, runway 34 left departure for Siberia 568. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, that changes everything. We need new numbers. Okay. So so we're doing a 3-4 left departure. So let me bring the ILS 3-4 left here. And we can use the same departure, by the way. So it's 3-4 left. See, we can use Akagi 3. So we're good with that, but we need new performance numbers. And we just it's all good. It is what it is. That's how it is. And 3-4 left. We're gonna drive. If 1-6 right was bad, 3-4 left is really even worse for our taxi
from
here.
cockpit.
Go
ahead. Remove.
We're gonna have a
power.
scenic tour on Tokyo Narita airport. Okay, anyways, let's get going. Let's do request a new numbers. And we have a few report to send you since it's done. So it'll be 9.2. 9.2 divided by 0.802. 11471. Oh.
External power removed.
Roger.
Okay. And we have another company message. I hope it's not them complaining about the fuel report. Yes, it is. And we even have our final load sheet, 57.168. Okay, that looks good. Okay, but we need new performance numbers. Okay, RJAA wins 1-4. And actually now that they changed, there must be a reason why that changed. And I'm pretty sure it's the weather. So let's get new numbers. Oh, no. It's actually... Is this, yeah, 12, unless something has changed. Let me check here on, cheat a little bit on ActiveSky. He will give us he might give us a more... Okay, no. Okay, there must have been a reason. It doesn't matter. We'll take it. So it's 150 at 3. 1615, QNH still the same, okay. But it's a new runway, so we need new numbers. Okay, so 150. Temperature 16. It's a long runway, and even with the tailwind, the 2 knots or 1 knot. Oh no, he changed us to 2. Yeah, he changed us to 3-4. I don't know why I was thinking that he was changing us to 1-6. Yeah, that's right. I never questioned the 1-6. That's funny. Yeah, yeah. I just went with whatever he said. I never stopped to look at the weather. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, that will be a favorable. Not that it didn't matter anyways. It was a component would have been like 2.5 knots tailwind on a runway that's 13,000 feet long. Yeah, for an A320, you wouldn't have made any difference. Yeah, but anyways, yeah, that's right.
Hey guys, all packs are on board. Are we clear to close?
Thanks will be a long taxi.
Thanks. See you up there.
Yeah, definitely gonna be a long taxi. Okay, runway now, then is 3-4 left. And same numbers for takeoff, so 68.2. Yeah, 68.3. And 30. Okay, so forget about those numbers. I'm glad that we were actually just starting to take care of that stuff. That's gonna delay our departure a little bit, but that's okay. Not a big deal. So now we have to wait. There's not much we can do. Just want to make sure that we have everything else. 3-4 left. Yeah, we have 3-4 left. And our departure is still the same. Akagi 3. Yeah. So we're good. We just need to punch in the numbers in, and we're good to go anyways. So that's all we have left. We have to do our briefing, but let's wait for the numbers, and we have to do our briefing and get going. So we're gonna be pushed back. I just want to make sure 95 is the one on the 95 is on the south. Wow. Yeah, the south end of the terminal. Okay.
Tokyo approach, this is Lufthansa Cargo 8384.
So we're gonna be facing left
22,
there, southeast.
for
So we're gonna be on the pushback. We're gonna be facing.
Lufthansa Cargo 8384 Tokyo.
Okay, we got new performance.
Approach, good evening.
Runway 34 left.
Now, runway change. Expect RS runway 34 left.
Down
Cleared
0.3. 585859.
Echo arrival. Descend and maintain for 170.
Tora 4000.
Swamp Echo arrival, runway 34 right, Lufthansa Cargo 838.
Clean 216 and flex 64. Okay. 158, 158, 159, 64, 1, down 0.3. Okay, we have our clean, making sure just 216. Let's change our order here a little bit, just because of how things turn out here. 58, 58, 59. For 1640. And then we're gonna go 216. Managed. Everything looks good. This looks good too. And sorry, copy to active. Check the box.
Okay.
Lufthansa Cargo A380 deck to ALCA intersection.
Ground from cockpit.
Go ahead.
Oxygen test.
Roger.
Are you ready for the takeoff briefing?
Ready.
Okay, just real quick then, just for us here. Akagi 3 departure for from runway 3634 left. Really easy, straightforward, all the way to Akagi.
8384, descend and maintain 8000.
Descend and maintain 8000, Lufthansa Cargo A380.
Oh no, actually there's a climbing, shuttle climb here. I just see, which is gonna be this guy here, from what I understand. So we're gonna be doing a shuttle climb. Yeah, that's what it is. So we're gonna go runway heading, shuttle climb, hit the VOR, Hokuso VOR. Is it Hokuso or Narita? No, Narita. Sorry. Hit the Narita VOR and then go proceed on course to Akagi. So there's gonna be a shuttle climb here. It's gonna be pretty interesting. Any questions?
No questions.
Okay, and for taxi, it's gonna be a long taxi, so we'll figure out later. Oh, soon. Actually, not later. Before start checklist.
Cockpit prep.
Completed.
Completed. Gear pins and covers.
Removed.
Signs.
On auto.
ADIRS.
Nav.
Fuel quantity.
11280 kilograms.
Takeoff data.
Set.
Baro ref.
QNH 1015 set.
Approach, this is Lufthansa Cargo A384, request area QNH.
1015 set. Electronic
Lufthansa Cargo
notions.
A384, QNH
Down to the line.
1015,
Thank you.
Lufthansa Cargo A384, thank you.
Okay, let's get rid of this for now.
Okay, approach, wing is 105, request clearance to
Request pushback and start clearance.
60.
Ground. Good evening. It's Iberia 568.
Vegas 105.
Okay, clear to push and start. Iberia 568.
Stand by clearance 105.
Cabin crew arms, lies and cross check.
Кабинному экипажу сверх положения арм проверить дверь напротив. Cabin crew, doors to arm and cross check. Дамы и господа, меня зовут Валентин. Я старший бортпроводник экипажа. Приветствую вас.
Below the line.
Windows and doors.
Closed.
Closed. Beacon.
On.
Thrust levers.
Idle.
Parking brake.
On.
Before start checklist complete.
Wingate 105, get so international report by Tetra 8 departure, 500. Maintain for 200, expect flight level 360, scope 1306.
Incheon via Tetra 8 departure, 500, maintain flight level 200, expect 360, scope 1306, wingate 105.
Wingate 105 departure is correct to departure runway 34 left.
Departure 34 left, wingate 105.
We're ready for pushback.
This time request to jump start, so we have Narita weather, wingate 105.
Wingate 105, pushback full runway 34 left.
Pushback runway 54 wing gate 25.
И два флотоводческих самолета. This aircraft has 8 emergency exits. The emergency exits are located on the left and right of the cabin. 2 in the front compartment, 4 window exits over the wings, and 2 in the rear compartment of the aircraft. Все выходы оборудованы автоматически надуваемыми трапами. Каждый выход обозначился замкнутым выходом. All exits are equipped with inflatable evacuation slides. Each exit is marked with an illuminated exit.
Lufthansa Cargo A384, high-speed descent approved, and maintain 5,000.
Descend within 5,000 Lufthansa Cargo A384.
Start engine 2. Okay. This make it easier for me instead of moving the camera too much. To just double, it's easier to read, especially in 2. It's hard to read from here. You just want to see N2 reaching 50% and the ignition closing. There you go. And roughly, oh, okay. Start engine 1. Same thing for engine 1. Wait until N2 reaches 50%. And make sure that the
Waiting your confirmation for good engine start.
Более подробно ознакомиться с аварийно-спасательным оборудованием нашего самолета вам поможет инструкция по безопасности, которая находится в кармане перед вами. Посмотрите ее внимательно. Благодарим за внимание. You can get more detailed information about the onboard safety equipment in the safety instructions located in the pocket in front of you. Please read it carefully. Thank you.
Unlocking gear. Tow truck disconnected. Bypass bin removed.
Lufthansa Cargo A384, cleared for
After
IS
start checklist.
Yankee,
Anti-ice.
Off.
right, via
ECAM
ASCA.
status.
checked.
Pitch trim.
0.3% set.
Cleared for
Rudder trim.
Airlines 34 right,
Zero.
Yankee.
After start
Approach Lufthansa
checklist
Cargo A380.
complete.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Request taxi clearance.
Ground. Iberia 568. Ready to taxi. Cleared to taxi. Iberia 568.
Took your approach out Siberia 568, stand 95 ready to taxi.
7568, taxi to holding point runway 34 left.
Taxi to holding point runway 34 left, Siberia 568, thank you. Clear left side.
Clear right side.
Brake check.
Pressure 0.
Flight controls check.
Full up. Full down. Neutral. Full left. Full right. neutral.
Rudder.
Full left, full right, neutral.
Дамы и господа, наш самолет готов к взлету. Просим вас убедиться, что все электронные устройства выключены, ремень безопасности застегнут, спинка крепка в вертикальном положении и столик. Желаем приятного полета. Ladies and gentlemen, the aircraft is ready for takeoff. Please ensure that all electronic devices are switched off. Your seatbelt is fastened, your seat is on the upright position, and your tray table is stowed. Wish you a pleasant flight.
Hello.
We should actually come up with a plan of taxi here.
Thank you.
Not just keep not just keep going. Okay, let's follow Terminal 2 all the way. Yeah, this is a very long taxi. Let's follow Terminal 2 all the way to the right here, all the way down, and the runway is over there. We'll figure out. Before takeoff checklist?
Flight controls.
Checked.
Checked. Flight instruments.
Checked.
Checked. Briefing.
Confirmed.
Flat setting.
Config 1 plus F.
Config 1 plus F. V1, VR, V2, flex temp.
V1 158. VR 158. V2 159. Flex temp 64 degrees.
V1 158, VR 158, V2 159, flex temp 64 degrees, ATC.
Set.
ECAM memo.
Takeoff no blue.
Down to the line.
Doesn't help that Wing Creations Narita here is so old that the taxiways don't match the actual diagram. So that doesn't help. Okay, so what do we have here? Sierra 6 with Bravo there. Okay, let me see what's going on here. Yeah, see, none of this stuff makes sense. So we'll just keep going, and that's a general direction anyways, because the runway is there, and we'll figure out once we get closer. Start to taxi and look, try to figure out where you are when the diagram doesn't match what you have, right? It would be nice to get...
Lufthansa cargo is cleared for traffic on your Wilbur clock, 8 mile ahead. It's Airbus 320 on 4000, it's going to runway 34 left.
Traffic inside, Lufthansa cargo A384.
Lufthansa cargo A384, thank you, and you are runway 34 right, clear to land, wind 150
Please land, cargo A384.
There's another aircraft there. I don't know if he's taking off or... To me, it looks like he's... not too sure. It looks like he's gonna take off because he's to our left. We might want to get into Bravo here, which I don't even have on my thing. Yeah. I don't know if this Bravo is the old Charlie. That happens a lot on a lot of Japanese sceneries that airports that I have. Like they moved one up or down on taxiways and exit points, and so usually like Bravo was the old Charlie or vice versa, right? So let's hope that this Bravo here is the old Charlie. So we have Sierra 4 here. Okay. That's not a runway, right? No. No, it can't be. So let's keep going here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's looks like he's lining up. It's hard to tell because he has the strobe on, and you shouldn't be taxiing with the strobe on. So it's hard to tell if he's if he just landed and forgot to right, or if he's getting ready to take. Oh yeah, he's getting ready to take off. Okay, so let's go that way then.
Approach, Airfield Cargo 6901 with you, passing flight level 270.
Airport Express 691 took approach, good evening. Cleared by swamp.
If we get
expect ILS runway 34 left approach.
If you get Sierra Alpha at the end, here we'll turn left, and this Alpha is gonna take us all the way to the holding point there. Hopefully that will make sense, because I don't have Bravo here. I have Charlie, Kilo, and Tango. I have no Bravo, unless I'm making but I'm looking, I keep looking, and I don't see any Bravo. Oh, there's the Alpha. There we go. So Bravo, Charlie switched to Alpha. That's what happened here. Whiskey 11. Okay, so we have that one too. So that's the problem that we were having trouble here. Charlie became Bravo. Now, from what I remember, this Wing Creations Narita here is from 2012, 2013. So for a major airport, for a small Japanese airport, or even any other place, but in particular Japanese, I have experienced that Japanese airports don't change that much, especially those smaller ones. For a major airport like Narita, it's 8 years, 7 years, 5 years is a lot. So things change. But now we got it, because we have Alpha, and this is Hotel 1. So now we're good. We at least matches what we are looking at. I have old diagrams that I found on the internet. That I, in particular for this airport, to avoid this kind of stuff. But usually when you're flying online with VATSIM, he's not gonna give you instructions with the old diagrams. He's gonna give you new ones. So it's my job to try to figure out, right? So that's why I don't usually use the old diagrams for the one that matches this airport, because if ATC gives me instructions, I cannot follow that. I had to follow those. Anyways, this is Alpha 1-2, which already changed to, because I have Alpha 9 and Alpha 10.
Tokyo approach, good evening, cleared by Swamp Echo.
We'll hold
arrival.
short.
Expect
This is probably
IS,
Alpha
runway
9 now.
34 left.
This is Alpha 12. And the one up ahead, it's Alpha 10.
German car, Lufthansa
We'll hold
Cargo
short for
836.
traffic here. He's gonna tell us to hold short anyways. But we'll use this one. I don't wanna go down there. So this is Alpha 12.
Pacific Express 6901, decimeter 8,000 feet.
But it used to be Alpha 9 here. Now it's Alpha 12. Okay, let's hold for traffic. I'm gonna put parking brakes on so we don't hold.
Can you please repeat the last transmission for Lufthansa Cargo 836?
Airbus 6901, decimeter 8,000 feet.
Airbus Cargo 6901, 8,000 feet.
FedEx 3553, Tokyo approach, good evening, fly heading 250 for vector to RS runway 34 left, final approach course, maintain 13,000.
Understand, expecting 34 left, FedEx 3553?
FedEx 3553, AFAM 34 left, and fly heading 250.
Heading 250, FedEx 3553.
Siberia 568 holding short Alpha 9 and we have traffic on final.
Siberia 568, line runway 34 left, line up and wait behind Airbus 320.
Line up and wait behind the traffic arriving. Siberia 568, thank you.
Tokyo approach, Japanese Air Force 002 on
Approach
Narita
path,
Airport.
clear of traffic.
Below the line.
Takeoff runway.
Japanese Air Force 002, Tokyo
3-4
approach,
left,
good
confirmed.
evening.
Cabin crew, be seated for takeoff. 3-4 left, confirmed. Cabin crew.
Advised.
Tokyo approach,
TCAS.
Japanese Air Force 002.
Engine
good evening.
mode
Request
selected.
clearance
Normal.
to Incheon
Pass.
Airport, arrival 380.
Before takeoff checklist complete.
Japanese Air Force 002, you're cleared to Incheon Seoul International Airport via Sakura 4 departure. Empire transition, flight route maintain 50200X.
I didn't even see him landing.
And expect 50380, squawk 1310.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
Clear to Incheon Airport via Sakura 4 departure, Empire transition, then flight route. Maintain flight level 200, expect flight level 380, squawk 1310, Japanese Air Force 002.
Japanese Air Force 002, lead back is correct, departure runway 34 left.
And departure runway 34 left, Japanese Air Force 002.
On runway 34 left.
Lufthansa Cargo 8386, required direct to Elgar.
Can you please repeat the direct transition for Lufthansa Cargo 836?
Lufthansa Cargo 8386, required direct to Elgar.
Affirmative, direct to Elgar, much appreciated. Thanks very much, Lufthansa Cargo 836.
Tokyo approach, Japanese Air Force 002, request pushback.
Japanese Air Force 002, pushback start approved, runway 34 left.
Pushback approved, runway 34 left, Japanese Air Force 002.
Siberia 568, wind 180 runway 34 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear takeoff runway 34 left, Siberia 568. Arigato. Ready?
A firm.
Take off.
Tokyo approach, Korean Air 707 heavy, descending to flight level 220 via Spain.
Thrust set.
Now passing flight
Check.
level 230.
Main flag 64.
Korean 707,
SRS.
approach, good evening.
Runway.
Cleared by
Auto thrust.
Oshima 1 Alpha
100 knots.
arrival.
Check.
Expect ILS 0 runway 34 left.
Cleared to Oshima X-ray Alpha arrival. Expect ILS running.
V1, rotate.
34 left to Zulu approach. Korean Air 707.
Korean Air 707.
Positive climb.
Gear up.
Descent by start to 8,000 feet.
Gear up.
Descent to 8,000 feet. Korean Air 707.
FedEx 3553 to maintain 4,000 and maintain high speed until establish log rise.
Descend to 4,000, maintain high speed, FedEx 3553.
Flaps 0.
Speed checked. Flaps 0.
Get run by 34 right.
Lufthansa Cargo 384, right up taxi to spot. Lufthansa Cargo 8386, descend and maintain level 150.
Down to flight level 150, Lufthansa Cargo 8386.
Siberia 568, leaving 2,200 to fly level 200, Akagi 3.
Siberia 568, Tokyo approach, you got a contact.
After takeoff climb checklist.
Landing gear.
Up.
Flaps.
Retracted.
Packs.
On.
Down to the line.
We almost installed the plane. Oh, we were gonna stall because there's an envelope, there's a protection. But yeah. It's this, always this detank thing here. It's so hard to put my physical thing on the actual. I wish she had the tabs on my actual physical throttle.
3553 heading 270.
But anyways, we're up.
Copy 270, FedEx 3553.
Airport Express 691 turn left heading 1604 vector to final approach code.
So lots of constraints and lots of being a major airport. It's comes with no surprise.
8,000 feet. Airport Cargo 691.
So we're gonna do our shuttle climb here.
Lufthansa Cargo 386 flight heading 1504 vector to final approach code.
Flying 1504 vector Lufthansa Cargo 88.
So by the end of this, we're gonna be close to flight level 200.
Lufthansa Cargo 386 flight heading 1504 vector to final approach course, runway 34 left.
So you have a constraint up ahead of 7,000. So that's why we're gonna level up at 7,000. Even though this one, the constraint is not below 3,000, the next one has a top 7,000. So we're gonna keep the 7,000 now.
4002, request taxi.
And that will be the last one. Once we are past that waypoint, we are good to keep climbing. And we're going to have constraints, but not below bottoms, not tops.
Siberia 568, cancel 7,000 restriction, climb and maintain level 200, no restriction.
Cancel 7,000 restriction of climb and maintain flight level 200, Siberia 568, arigatou gozaimasu.
Average Express 691, descend maintain 6,000.
Descend 6,000 feet, average cargo 691.
Okay, so we cancel our restriction and we climb.
Descend maintain 8,000.
Down to 8,000, Lufthansa Cargo 88.
We can just override the restriction and put our own vertical speed, but another way to do it is just to cancel the restriction on the actual MCDU, on the actual FMS, and let the plane know that there's no restriction there anymore. One of the two. It's whatever you are in the mood for it. Depends on the situation, really. So I could have, instead of messing with the restriction, I could have just gone to manual climb and input a vertical speed and just tell the plane to just forget about that and blow through the restriction. But then you get you have the orange warnings and stuff. I much rather just clean up the restriction on FMS. Like I said, depends on the situation. Since we have time and to go on FMS and deal with it, might as well just clean up the restriction. And he gave us no no restrictions all the way on the departure. But since the other ones are bottoms, not tops, we're still gonna
seatbelts off.
Right,
oh, already.
Chicago 6901.
Confirmed.
FedEx 3553, turn
Confirm,
right,
clear, round nav.
Confirm. Clockwise, runway 34 left.
Right 290, accept localizer for 34 left, FedEx 3553.
Lufthansa Cargo 8386, turn right heading 360, turn right heading 180.
Right heading 360, Lufthansa Cargo 8386.
Lufthansa Cargo 8386, verify, turn right heading 180, sorry, 180.
It was broken, can you please repeat heading for Lufthansa Cargo 8386?
8386, turn right heading 180.
Confirm,
heading
copy,
south.
active to set.
Right heading 180, Lufthansa Cargo 8386.
Cruise flight level is as shown. Optimum flight level is as shown. Recommended max flight level is as shown. Are you happy with our current selected flight level?
Yes.
Okay.
Descend maintain 4,000 feet. We have traffic at 2 o'clock in sight on the radar and expecting 34 left. Average Chicago 6901.
Okay, so we have a center online. They have east and west. It's funny because I don't remember ever seen. We're gonna put 25 east. That should be the one that we should be.
Korean 707 descend.
And the other thing is, I'm a little bit.
Descent 5000. Korean.
I don't know about this flight level 360. Oh. Is that standard?
Standard, cross-checked, passing flight level 150.
Airport 6, cargo 691, turn right heading 290.
Right heading 290, Chicago 691.
Checked. Below the line?
Baro ref.
Standard set.
Standard set. After takeoff, climb checklist complete.
Thank you.
Copy, cleared for the approach.
Okay, so what I was
left.
saying, we have traffic on the TCAS here. What I was saying is, I'm not too. I don't know about this flight level 360. So I'm taking a look here on the.
And ready for departure,
on the wings.
Japan Air Force 002, wind, calm, runway 34 left, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 34 left, cleared for takeoff, Japan Air Force 002.
Siberian 568, contact Tokyo Control 119, question 120.5.
120.5 for Siberia 568. Arigatou gozaimasu. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Tokyo Control, good evening. Siberia 568, leaving flight level 174 to flight level 200.
Siberian 568, Tokyo Control, climb maintain flight level 360.
Climb and maintain flight level 360, Siberia 568, thank you. And there's the traffic, we can see the stroke. Anyways, I don't know. I don't know. We might request lower. We'll get there. We'll see. Let's get to flight level at least close to 360, and we'll see.
Control Japan 8951, keeping second Delta 500 to climbing level 200.
Because see, for example, right there, there's no difference in winds between 310 and 390. If that's the case, 360 is not bad. The higher we go, if the winds are the same, well, the direction changes a little bit, but right, the higher we go, the better it is for us. Our magnetic track. What's that? Oh, Obia. Oh, that's nice. Magnetic track is should be around 350, 36, 34. So in that range.
1270, Riga direct BDX.
So the least amount of angle we have on the heading on the wing, the better, right? Wind closer to 3.5 will be worse for us. So the higher the directions is gonna be here, the closer to 360, the worst. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Gets better once we get to Russia. If I'm not mistaken, this Igrad point halfway between Igrad and Hoki is the hangout point. That will be when we're gonna be talking to Russia air control. I'm pretty sure that's what it is because I've done this flight before, coming from Russia, and from what I remember, if memory serves me right, Hoki is the first waypoint on the Japanese side, and Igrad is the last one. And even the names, you can see that this sounds, this looks more Japanese than this. This looks way more Russian. Will be Igrad, and this will be Hoki, right, or whatever it is. But yeah, so we'll see. But I don't know. I'm not too. I'm not set too much on that. On that 360 fly level, but which I hope I added properly. Yeah, I did. Okay, so this, I'm just gonna put it here for now. I'm not gonna leave it open, so it's not that it's gonna be in the way of anything. I just, so yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if you think it's nice, for example, right now, to have the MCDU on the screen all the time. It's not that we see much on this corner anyways. I don't know. Let me know. I don't know if you want to have a clean view here, like we've always done. So I don't know, right? It's especially at night. Can we even see anything here? Right? I think it's up to you. One thing that I just want to make sure that I keep the fuel used showing up here. So I'm gonna tilt it down a little bit. I usually leave it here, but it's just easier because we're gonna be double checking fuel numbers, and with this we have both fuel numbers, so without having to change move camera. There's a disconnection here. This is the end of our departure, because usually you have to be cleared en route. So the same thing on the arrival, on the seat. Before the seat starts, there's always a discontinuity, which you can see here, just to force to make sure that the pilot got the clearance to keep going. So it's just a matter of clearing up, and we're good to go. See, now the points are connected. Most of the places, well, it depends on the situation. You get cleared all the way to the end of the star. You never get the clearance en route from the ground. I shouldn't say never, like I said, depends on the situation, but it's common for that to happen, for you to be cleared till the end of the star, the departure, And once you're getting close to Akagi, for example, ATC will come to us and say, you're clear en route, right? So he will be clearing us from Akagi to join the airway, whatever airway is this one. Let me check here. Victor 1-5. So he would say you're clear on Victor 1-5 to intercept Victor 1-5 and proceed on course. Then he will be actually clearing us to proceed with our flight plan to our destination. If we don't get this clearance by the end of the star, we have to hold. But of course, that never happens because you call the ATC. You don't wait until he actually tells you can go, right? When you're getting close, if you don't hear from ATC, you just call them and say, okay, am I good to go or what here? Right? We need to get going. This costs money. But anyways, so yeah, let me know. I don't know. The column is right here. I know it's dark, it's hard to see, but the column is right here. So basically, this is the amount of screen outside view that we're losing with the MCDU here. There's no controls here, so I don't know. I find it, unless it's too much clutter on the screen, let me know. I'll take the MCDU. Oh, but we have the map. So I don't know if it looks odd. To have the map on top of the MCDU.
Confirm Bravo India Delta India Kilo, Nippon Cargo 61.
Speaking of the map.
Sorry, data transmission, BIDIC.
Oh, too much. We can zoom in a little bit. Just because I just like to have the whole.
Tokyo Control, Japanese 4002, and have flight level 200.
The whole flight plan showing up. Oh yeah,
Japanese
no.
4002, Tokyo Control,
we are too far still.
380. Crew level maintain flight level 380, Japanese
I should actually leave a stream open here. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for. Thank you. I'm sorry for not streaming lately. I'll get back and on track here. Yeah, I missed. It's pretty nice. I quite enjoy it. I should actually leave the stream on the other screen here, just to make sure that everything's going well, since I haven't done it in a while. YouTube likes to disconnect your account and the link with all the stuff if you don't use for. Just wanna leave. Just give me 1 second. I'm looking at the other screen, not knowing what's going on. I just wanna leave the stream on, so I can check once in a while, just to make sure. I should do that more often. I've ran into problems before because I didn't do that.
Contact Tokyo Control 133.A Korean 120. Thank you.
So yeah, I don't know. It's up to you guys. I know the map is right here. I don't know if it's bothering to have something behind the map. I don't know if you rather much have a cleaner. I know I'm starting to put a lot of stuff on the screen, which I personally don't like much, but I do because I think it's nice. It's, at least the overlay here, it's nice for you guys to have an idea what's going on. But if you think it's too much stuff on screen, I'll take it. I don't need this. I'm not putting this. I mean, it's easier for me too, because I can just look on the screen here instead of looking on the iPad and having to move the camera. Sometimes I forget, but it's not a big deal really. We can do like we used to do with no MCDU. If the map is bothering, we get rid of the map. Whatever you guys want. It's that stuff doesn't show up in my screen anyways, so it doesn't matter. The MCDU does. But the map and the overlay, that stuff don't show up. So it really it's for you guys, not for me. It really makes no difference to me. So just let me know. I thought it was a good idea to have this to make it easier for you guys to look and read, because I know it's hard to read. It's even hard. It's hard for me to read, especially at night. The brightness it's hard. And same goes for the map and the overlay. If you guys think it's too much, it's too much. I will tone down a little bit.
Tokyo Control, Korean 9704, passing flight level 134 to flight level 220.
Okay, so Khabarovsk, the airport was full ATC, ground ATIS, well, ATIS is not a position, but they had the ATIS, ground, departure, approach, everything. I don't know if they're still online, and the center was online too. So what we're gonna do is, I know it's 24.5 there, so we're gonna leave 24.5. It's not showing yet on a vPilot. I don't know if it's online or not, but we're gonna have the 24.5 set and hope for the best. They're usually pretty good. They usually stay for like hours and hours, but since it took me a while because of the stream and everything, I'm not used to anymore. It took me forever to set it up. I could have departed like an hour before we did, and so yeah, it's too bad. It will be really a shame if we don't have the airport ATC at the airport anymore, services on the airport. But if center is online, at least we'll have that. He will guide us all the way down. But it would have been nicer if we could have had the whole thing.
Nippon Cargo 6211, climate flight level 360. Climate flight level 360, Nippon Cargo 6211.
1,000 to go.
Checked. So let's see what happens. But yeah, and let's keep an eye on the winds too. Like I said, see, it's, oh man, 107 knots. Oh man, I don't know.
Tokyo Center, thank you very much for a great job. 3553.
Checked.
Japan 8951, contact Tokyo Control 133.8.
Tokyo 1338, Japan 8951.
That's another wind request here.
Nippon Cargo 6211, contact Tokyo Control 133.8.
Now that we are on our
Tokyo Control 1338 on Nippon Cargo 6211, ready to
just give me a
flight
second,
path
let me just reorganize the charts here and the plates. Now that we are on cruise, yeah, the numbers match what we have on a flight plan for the wind. We're expecting 259 and 102.
Tokyo Control, 본방아 제주에 1109er, climbing flight level 200 out of 110.
JDA 1109, Tokyo Control, Gaming, climbing flight level 340, declare direct of Vectra.
Climb.
I don't know, let's wait for the numbers and we'll take a look and see if it's worth it to go down.
JDA 1109, again, climbing
We
flight
have an
level
optimal 350, so it will be nice for us to go 340. Right?
Flight level
But
340 and
let's wait for the numbers first.
1109er.
Korean Air Dyna 704, declare direct of Bidic.
Direct Bidic, Korean Air 9704, thank you.
Oh yeah, there you go. Wing data uplink. Okay, so that's where we are right now. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, it's much better. Look at this. Well, here, right? We want to look at the big picture. It can make decisions on small, right? But yeah, see, it gets better once we get to Russia. That's the thing. It's amazing. Looks like there's a wall right at the right at the border. Now what we have to figure out is how much we're gonna be flying until we reach, right? Until we reach Hawkeye here. So we have 553 left. So 310. Okay, we're gonna spend the majority of our time past Hawkeye. So it's 300 and something miles until we reach Hawkeye here, and another 500 miles pass after Hawkeye. So I would say we consider this numbers more than the numbers in Japan. See, and the numbers are much better. Wow, look at this thing. Wow, 60 knots at 31,000 feet. That's amazing. That's beautiful. So yeah, so let's keep to 360. It's calling for optimal 350. Is it worth it to ask for 2,000 feet?
Contact Tokyo Control 133.8.
It's okay. We'll follow our flight plan.
Good.
We're gonna be going to 370 once we hit what are we gonna do here? Yeah, we're gonna be climbing to 370 once we reach Hawkeye here. We have a step climb. That's probably from Hokkaido. I would say there's hockey here. Hokkaido is, yeah, Hokkaido is north, yes. Or not. Yeah, no, Hokkaido is north, yeah. The Sapporo is the island on the north side, and Okinawa is the island on the south, and Hokkaido is on the southwest, north, correct, northwest. As far as I remember, I could be wrong. Anyways, our focus here is not Japan today. Well, it was until, well, it still is, but not for long. So we should concentrate on our Russian so hopefully he will, like I said, hopefully Center will still be online. Which is going to be KHABAROVSK control.
1328. Tokyo 1328, clear 9704.
So far nothing on vPilot, but there's a gap. There's who is it? There's another center here for Japan before we reach Khabarovsk. I just don't remember who it is. Who is it? It's Sapporo, yeah. Because I was just talking about Sapporo, and I was just talking about Sapporo and I forgot. Because Fukuoka is south. Tokyo is central Japan, and Sapporo is north for control for airspace, like upper for upper control zones, right?
Direct bidding.
So yeah, we have Sapporo, Toronto. I was going to say Toronto. Sapporo, Tokyo, and Fukuoka, and then Naha has its own, but Naha is Okinawa is much further down, right, the island. And so yeah, I'm pretty sure there's Sapporo before, so we might be going UNICOM until we reach Khabarovsk, even if Khabarovsk is online. We'll see. So it's a little bit further down the line there. We can take a look on do some cross check on the numbers here. So we're just about to approach GTC 40. GTC, if I'm not mistaken, it's a Niigata VOR. Golf Tango Charlie, if I'm not mistaken, that's what it is. The VOR that was back here. I'm pretty sure GTC is a Niigata VOR. So anyways, there we go. So GTC 40, flight level 360, 8.8, 2.4 for fuel. So we have 8.78, which are considered 8.8, and 2.48, which we will consider 2.5. So pretty close. 34 minutes in, we are 35. Speed 454,404, 454,391. The speed is it's actually not too bad considering they're at 93 miles, 93 knots winds, hitting us right on our, not right in the face, but... So, and the wind's 26283. Yeah, that's pretty close. It's a little bit worse than we were expecting. And 661 miles left.
Time to fly level 380, Canada 0623, passing fly level 150.
So, yeah, since we know that the winds are gonna be a little bit more favorable once we hit, we will just stay. We will just endure the pain of bad headwinds here.
Second frequency, please.
Contact Tokyo Control 133.8.
133.8, 0109, ありがとうございました。
Korean Airlines A315 ground maintain flight level 360.
Ground maintain flight level 360, -715.
Yeah. We'll see. Well, at least it's gonna save battery on the iPad. Not having to keep the iPad on during the whole flight. But like I said, let me know if this is just too much on screen, and I'll clear up a little bit. I'm gonna keep an eye on the map too, and see as soon as we can change the zoom and zoom in a little bit more, we'll do it. Not that it really matters, not that we're gonna be reading anything on the map. So that's why I bring the zoom zoom out so much. We can still see weather, right? We can still see. Sorry, I'm looking at my other screen and using the mouse, but it's nowhere near where what I'm trying to show. So, anyways, it's hard for, I don't know. I can't point the mouse on the map. We can still see all the weather building up here, south and west of us, and we know where we departed and where we were going. So at least you have a good reference point of what's going on. I don't know. I find it right. Let me take a look and see if we can zoom this in a little bit. I don't like touching too much. I'm always afraid of. I'm always afraid of crashing the thing. I guess we can leave like this. It's pretty close to yeah. Okay, I shouldn't worry too much
Korean Air
about this stuff
063, Rika direct Bilik.
right now. But yeah, we can see here our estimated fuel on board on destinations 5.5, so we're pretty good. Estimated time 15:05, 3 p.m. So we have a good 1 hour and 34 minutes to go. Roughly 515 miles from our top of descent, which will bring us top of descent at 14:41. So 1 hour and 10 minutes from our top of descent. We have we are on manage mode and our cost index 20.
063 direct to PD.
Korean 5, Roger, thank you. Korean 542, Rika direct to Bekra.
Bekra, Korean 542, thank you.
You always want to keep an eye on our program page to make sure GPS the accuracy is high, and to make sure that everything looks good here, and our fuel prediction too. That's the kind of stuff on cruise that you want to keep an eye, and of course double checking every waypoint, and like we always talk about, the fuel is the most important thing. Making sure that we are burning what we are supposed to be burning, and we have enough to reach our destination or even to our alternate. The alternate's pretty close. It's there's an actual flight from Khabarovsk to I always forget the name of that airport. Let me see if I can. Khomutova. And there's an actual flight there's an actual flights between the two airports, and it's like a half an hour, 35 minutes flight. So it's pretty close if we have to go to our alternate. But from what I remember, seeing the weather when we were planning the flight, the weather was good in Khabarovsk, so it shouldn't be a problem. But if we have to divert, it's a real quick flight too. It's not a big deal. And according to our flight plan, it's 300 miles for alternate. So it shouldn't be a problem. Okay, Kadba is our next waypoint. So we're moving along well here. That will put us at 600 miles to go once we cross Kadbo. And hopefully the winds are gonna start to get better pretty soon once we reach Hockey.
Tokyo Control konbanwa, Korean Air 724 now passing 700 climbs to...
No news about your exams still, Prasad? You're still waiting for all that stuff?
Climb 85 level 380.
Climb to flight level 380, Korean Air 724.
Not too sure if you're still there, but if you're there, have you heard anything about your exams? Have you managed to actually... How's everything going regarding your exams there? Sorry, I was just looking at something here.
Total control to Unique H09 planning to 1004 to 00 direct command.
Beach 809, Tokyo Control Gaming, maintain flight level 340.
Maintain flight level 340 and Beach 809.
Let me see again here. Just wanna.
Korean Air 063 contact Tokyo Control 13318.
Okay. Anyways, I don't think the map is gonna. I was looking
Contact
to
Tokyo
the
Control
map settings
133,
there.
that's my plan, 063, ありがとうございます。Good day.
Okay, so we're getting ready to, we're gonna have our handover to Sapporo, which is not online. I'm pretty sure Sapporo is not online. No, Sapporo is not online. So we should be getting, I don't know if it's gonna hold us until we hit Khabarovsk, if Khabarovsk is still online. If not, we should be getting UNICOM now for a few minutes. And then we're gonna be going to Khabarovsk. We'll see. You're probably gonna send us to UNICOM.
Syria 568 Montenegro 122.18, good day.
122.8 for Siberia 568. Thank you very much for the professional service. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So since we don't want to lose... I don't want to lose... I know it's not a big deal. We can just punch 24.5 in, but... Anyways, it's not going to it's not going too bad. Like I said, I've seen here past Hockey, the wind should be a little bit more favorable. So we'll see what happens. I want to take a look at my actual flight plan, the official flight plan. So you're supposed to go. Oh, I see. It was calling for 380, 370. Yeah, we're just gonna keep 360 for now, and then we'll climb to 370 at Igrad. Or we can climb, yeah. We'll keep 360 for now, and once we hit Igrad, We'll climb to 370. That should be before we reach Russian airspace, so we can do it without asking for clearance to do it. So we're gonna comply to our flight plan. It's on a flight plan anyways. That's all we put on a flight plan, a step climb on the IGRAD to 370. So it's not that we're creating any hazards or anything. It was on a flight plan, so. Another thing that we never, I personally never do, I don't know, I have a camera down here, is check the actual temperatures with the flight plan and with ActiveSky, just to make sure that ActiveSky is not acting up, especially after installing updates and everything. It doesn't want to make sure that temperatures and winds make sense, right? And about temperatures are always usually overlooked. I usually don't pay too much attention on temperatures, but it's another thing, just to make sure that things are working properly, right? And whatever ActiveSky or whatever real world weather is saying, it's actually happening on the simulator, just to make sure ActiveSky is working properly. Oh, and I completely forgot about this. That's one bad thing about talking. Flying and talking the same. You forget small details. We still had a less and a constraint on. Not a major issue, but okay. So yeah, we just passed Hockey, and we are en route to IGRAD. And IGRAD, we should be getting contacting KHABAROVSK control. Still not showing up, but we are 80 miles from IGRAD, so 90 miles. So we'll see. But here passing, we were expecting 269.67. Yeah, the winds are a little bit stronger still than we were expecting. 50 minutes in, so I have 53.47. 8.1, 3.1. 8.0. Oh. Yeah, 8.1, 3.1. So we have 8032. So it just burnt a little bit more, not a big deal. And 553 left on a heading of 352. And plus 2 on the temperature. So we have plus 3 on ISA. And we are 103, correction. It was 103 miles between Hockey and IGRAD. We're already 21 miles, 22 now. So we have 81 left. So yeah, let's hope that KHABAROVSK is still online. It will be even better if we have airport staff online right now. But as long as, like I said, as long as the KHABAROVSK control is online, we'll be good. So as long as he's online, he will guide us all the way to down to the runway. And I'm double check and make sure that the stream is still going good. Yeah, everything looks good. Yeah, we have one, what is it saying? 1505. So yeah, 1 hour and 20 minutes. Roughly 18 minutes, to be more precise. Not too bad. And we are less than 1 hour from our top of descent. So that's good. 53 minutes. So that's something to look forward to. And talking to Khabarovsk will be nice too. Hopefully there's still lots of traffic. There was a lot of traffic earlier today. Like talking about like at least 50 departures from Khabarovsk airport. And all going west. So hopefully it's still busy there too. We'll see. It's getting late there now. So most of the traffic now is gonna move to Moscow. So same with the controllers, right? They shift between the west, eastern Russia and the western. Part of Russia. There's a big difference between Moscow and on the west and Vladivostok here on the east regarding time. Got a good 7 hours difference between east and west. So you have the luxury of being on the east here, controlling and flying, and have a heavy traffic, and still on the same day, a little bit later, go back west and still get lots of traffic in Moscow for ATC and pilots. So it's pretty cool that you have this opportunity of 7 hours span and get lots of traffic here in Asia, and then go to Europe, towards Europe, and have lots of traffic out of Moscow to Europe. That's pretty nice. So I can see then the traffic shifting now, since it's getting late here. The traffic shifting to towards Europe now. It's a 9 hours difference from local here, so it's close to 5 o'clock, 1700 Zulu, 5 p.m. now in Moscow. So it should be getting busy there now with all the traffic in Europe and everything. And 7 more hours here, so it's close to midnight. Here, what I said, what I mean here, Khabarovsk, flight simulator time should be close to 11, same as Japan, 10:52 p.m. So 22:52. So yeah. I can see the I don't think we'll see any departures anymore. Right now it's kind of late. Everybody's shifting towards Europe now. That flies in Russia should be getting busy there now. But still, it would be nice if his control's still there. I hope he stays online. But If it doesn't, it's understandable. It's getting late and there's not much going on anymore there. Like I said, my fault anyways. I took too long to the departure. Trying to remember how to set up the stream and everything. And but it's working well. As far as I can see, we have our 30 frames locked. Going well. Of course, we are flying now, so it's not too bad, but it's always good. But things have been working well. There was a dip on an FPS in Narita. Narita is usually heavy for me too, but it used to be worse. To me, it looks like it used to be worse. And even with the stream on, to me, it looked like it was much better than it used to be, even without the stream. So that's a good plus. Let's just hope that Heathrow will be good streaming too. Like I said, I did some tests, and I had weather, and I was hitting 28 frames, 29 frames inside the cockpit, which usually takes more on this FSLabs. I lose frame rate on in the VC view, virtual cockpit view. So I was managing to keep 28 frames per second. I wasn't streaming, but that was pretty good. I've never got 28 frames in the cockpit at Heathrow, sitting on the stand there. So that's very promising. Hopefully it'll work well. We'll see. I'm yet to test streaming, so I don't know what's gonna happen. If I'm not mistaken, I even loaded, like, not heavy, extremely heavy clouds and rain, but I think I loaded rain, like light rain, and like patches of the clouds and everything, and it was still flying low at 4,000 feet, doing circuits around the area, because London is a heavy area too. Even when we are flying, even when you are out of the airport, I was still getting good frame rates, from 27 to 30 frames per second. Even looking at the airport overflying with all the scenery and everything in that London area. So it looks really promising. I tried. I was working hard to get this problem solved. I didn't want to have to move to Gatwick, and I still want to keep flying out of London, Heathrow. So at least for now, until we have the new Gatwick, a better Gatwick. So we'll see. We'll have to try it and see what happens. But yeah. We'll, as soon as possible, we'll fly out of London and see what we can, what kind of numbers we get leaving Heathrow. Just keep in mind that it might not be good. Like I said, I haven't tried streaming yet, and we'll be on the fly, the thing. We're gonna be testing while we stream. Well, worse than what it was, I don't think it will. Will be. The last few flights that we did arriving at Heathrow were just horrible. Like 14 frames, 13 frames. I think we had one that we even reached 9 frames on final, like short final. Oh my god, that's impossible to even land. Like, you have no control. So that got me a little bit. That was the last drop on Heathrow for me. I said, I thought at the time, I said, that's it. I'm gonna either not flying out of London anymore, holding on the flights for British Airways, or I'm flying out of Gatwick and see if it's a little bit lighter than flying to Heathrow, until we have a new Gatwick and a new Heathrow, hopefully one day. But now, but don't. Now I took the time to go through settings and everything, especially Orbix Vector, FTX Vector, I cleaned up a little bit. I took some stuff that it was really not not important for the kind of flying that we do. So it seems to be running better, especially on bigger centers. Same for Throttle. I actually ran a test. I think it was 2 nights ago. Didn't fly anywhere. But I ran a test out of Flight Tampa's Throttle, which is another heavy airport that I used to have a lot of problems. At night, with all the dynamic lighting on, like we have it here now, but at Throttle, with weather and everything, and now it was running well. It wasn't as good as Heathrow, because it's a much more detailed airport. But it was really good. I would say that on final approach we were flying 22, 25 frames per second at night, with all dynamic lights, lighting and everything on. That's pretty good. I'm okay with that. Like 25 frames on final approach, close to the big airport, detailed airport like Flight Tampa's airports are. I'm good with that. If you get that kind of performance, I'm happy. So that's another thing too. I had some plans to be flying out of Toronto, but it was horrible. But now it looks good. But same as Heathrow, I didn't test streaming. We'll test streaming and see. Hopefully it'll work well. And then there we go. We're gonna have a new destination. Well, a new route, right? We're gonna be able to fly out of Toronto on the East Coast, North American East Coast, which we never do. And we should go back flying the West Coast too. It's just that it's so much fun to fly in Europe and here in Asia. I don't want to be flying North America. I know some people like to see North America too, but I should be doing. I should do all kinds of flying. I'll be looking into some different destinations and everything. So we might be getting some new stuff going on. New places that we're gonna be visiting. Always a mix of payware and freeware. Payware if possible. If there's no payware, we find a good freeware. But a good freeware, we won't be flying to crappy stuff. So they're like the KHABAROVSK here, and the other airport that we have payware, which is Novosibirsk. Yeah, Novosibirsk. That we flew to Norilsk. I don't know if you had our opportunity to watch the amazing Norilsk. I cannot wait to fly there again. I should fly there during the week, this next week. Since there's no chances are we're never gonna get ATC in Norilsk anyways. We will in Novosibirsk, but not in Norilsk. It doesn't matter if we fly during the week, because it's not an area that we should be expecting too much traffic or ATC anyways. So it on the odd times when things are like middle of the day, when Europe and Asia and North America are not busy, kind of in between there in that time of the day that nothing is too busy, we should be going there. It's an amazing flight. Go there and come back on the following day. Okay, so according to our flight plan, we should be going to 370. So we got a confirmation right away, new cruise altitude 37,000. We can clear that. And we should be contacting KHABAROVSK soon. This is Vladivostok area here now. Vladivostok is right there, which is the major airport on the the Russians' east coast. The Asian side of Russia. So this is all Vladivostok control area, and up ahead there we'll reach Khabarovsk control. But yeah, Vladivostok unfortunately is not online. I think they were online. It's another busy, lots of flights to Japan and South Korea and well, to Asia in general, out of Vladivostok. Unfortunately, there's no payware Vladivostok. I would love to have Vladivostok, and there's not a good Freeware Vladivostok that I could find yet. Not gonna say it's not good. I'm just gonna say it's too old. Okay, let's put it this way. There's not a new modern Vladivostok Freeware. They are all dated of FS9 time. So yeah, it's just not gonna make it. It will it will bother me. So someone used changed the FCAD on the stock Vladivostok and used that Rex airport HD thing add-on that replaces stock textures at airports on Prepar3d and Flight FSX for high definition. So the guy used that thing to just put the buildings in a proper location, kind of, and replace the texture. But I don't have the Rex HD, and I didn't want to put Rex HD because it's gonna change from what I understand, replaces textures on every airport, standard airport, and a flight simulator on the simulator for high definition textures, and I didn't want to put that burden on the flight simulator and the computer, since I never fly stock airports. So just because of one airport, I didn't think it was a good compromise, a good price to pay. So I've decided to not get that Vladivostok. Just hope that one day we'll get a good Vladivostok. Okay, so yeah, we have Vladivostok here, and we should be getting to Khabarovsk after Kurin. So just past Kurin here. How far? So 6-7 miles past Kurin. We should be reaching Khabarovsk control. So we'll see. Hopefully he will still be online. I'll be surprised if he's still online. Like I said, everybody already left. Everybody left Khabarovsk. Whoever wanted to leave Khabarovsk already left. So I don't know. We'll see. If not, well, I promise I'll do a better one this weekend still, to compensate from this one. Okay, so we are should take a look at the winds. Yeah. So we said that the winds were supposed to be better. Let me check on a flight plan here. We are en route to Azmir. Okay, Azmir. We're looking to 271 at 67. And yeah, and the winds are gonna die down a lot once we are past Kurin. Like 50% lower. Like we're gonna go from low 70s up 60s to 30s. So it's gonna be a big drop on the wind speed. So yeah, so Asmir, like I was saying, 271 and 67. So looks pretty close. It looks like it's close to what we are having right now. You can see that our ground speed already increased compared to what we were before, when we were still on Japanese airspace there. So yeah, that was a good boost to our ground speed. We were on a high, we were still on 300s when we were there. Now we are on a 400s. So that's pretty good. That's nice, and it's gonna get better. Like I said, the wind, the tendency now it's the wind to die down. By all means, there should be low 60s, and Kurin low 50s, and Rusat by Rusat will be high 30s. So yeah, we're gonna gain some speed from this point on. Well, we've still been getting, you have been gaining speed, but the tendency is to get better. Now 33 minutes, well 32. Now 32 minutes from our top of descent. We can see already on our map our top of descent here, 240 mile radio here, or radius I should say. So yeah, we're getting there, and then we can confirm at 239, so we're pretty close here. Can I drag this? Oh, that's pretty nice. What if I do? Oh, I see why they are like that. So when you they snap to each other there. That's pretty cool. We might think about, actually we might do that on final, when we're on final, since we won't have the MCDU on screen. Oh, but there's the map. Yeah, you guys can see. Well, I can drag actually. I can drag the artificial horizon and our PFD. I can drag behind the map, or you can even shut down the map once you're on final, right? There's no point in having the map. We'll see. Okay, I don't think KHABAROVSK is online anymore, unfortunately, because we're getting close to Kurin, and it's not showing up on VPilot, which is, like I said, expected. So we are on 22.8. Okay, so we'll just keep 22.8. And we'll go from there. I don't think there's going to be lots of traffic too, so we should be fine. We should pretty soon, because we are what now, 58 minutes, no, 48 minutes from our destination. It's just turned another hour. We should be getting weather information. I actually like the MCDU here. So more practical. It's quicker. It is, but and it isn't. Of course, it's quicker to just use your fingers and actually punch the numbers. But because of the delay on the iPad, I have to slowly. It's not like horrible delay, but it's not as quick, right? As with the mouse, I just have to get used to the positions here. It's because I have the iPad to my right, so having on the left, kind of the menus look a little bit different. But yeah, I actually kind of like it here. But yeah, like I said, it's up to you guys. If you guys think it's too much clutter on the screen, we'll just move, take this off. Okay, so there we go. We have 14 Zulu, so that's good. 1400 Zulu, and wind 060 at 2 meters per second. We were planning what, runway 05, yeah. So the winds are still good. Variable 010 and 170, but yeah, we will keep 050. Runway 05. Sorry. Have to just make sure that we land on a proper runway. This airport has runway 05 right and 05 left, but 05 left is a runway now. Oh, it's a portion of a not even the whole runway is a taxiway anymore. It got deactivated. A good portion of the runway got deactivated. So a small portion is a taxiway. But yeah, definitely 05 left is not active anymore. So we just want to make sure that we stay on 05 right. And we got 1009 for our pressure. So yeah, well, looks good. It's clear. No rain, no precipitation, nothing. Temperature is okay, 13. Winds are great. So yeah, we're just gonna double meters per second. We're gonna double for knots. So we're gonna call 060 at 4. So yeah, I'm gonna write this down. UHHH 23 14 Zulu 060 at 2 meters per second. So we're gonna call this 4 knots. Variable 010 170. Cav OK 1307 QNH 1009. And runway 05 right. Okay. So what we can do is just add our performance numbers, our approach numbers. So we have our QNH 1009. Temperature 13. Winds, we're gonna call 060 at 4. Even though it's variable. And our MDA, if we're shooting ILS runway 05 right, which we will be, it's 428. And our confirmation ILS 05 right. Another thing we can do is, just real quick here, put our approach numbers. So transition level, just want to make sure. It's flight level 50, yeah. Approach is ILS Cat 1. Intercept will be 2200. And MDA 428. We're going to be using medium and max, and we're good. Okay, so we're all set up for the approach. The star is pretty straightforward too. We're gonna be flying a circuit, kind of a procedure turn, but a published yeah, it's the racetrack pattern on the procedure turn, but it's published. It's kind of it's actually pretty neat. It's actually pretty neat. So it's a racetrack pattern, like a hold pattern. We're gonna hit the KHABAROVSK VOR, which is sitting at the end of the runway, on a threshold of the runway. And we're gonna do a circuit. We're gonna do a racetrack procedure turn. And when we come back, we're already on final. So it will be 17 miles lag on this hold. Let's say. And we're gonna be descending. So it will be a shuttle descent. We're gonna be descending on a gradient of 5.8%. So we're gonna be leaving flight level 80, which is mandatory at KHABAROVSK VOR. So once we hit KHABAROVSK VOR, we're gonna be at 8,000. Then we're gonna descend to 2220 once we come back around for the approach. Oh, like I said, on a descent gradient of 5.8%. Now, of course, they don't have a table here. But they do have a table for 2.67, so we could use that, double that, and 5.2, like close to 5.8. Put a little bit more. So, right? So let's say here at 2.67 for the glide slope, it's not a standard 3 degrees, it's 2.67. At 180 ground speed miles, knots, sorry. We have a vertical speed of 864. So if we double that, 1900 feet per minute. We could always switch to FPA, track FPA mode on that descent. We could do that too. And we put the 5.8%. We usually flick that on a non-precision approach, just before final approach fix. But we could use that, but it doesn't matter. There's no traffic. We'll do. There's the constraint says that there's a DME here at 12.3. Which, let's imagine the racetrack here. There's a DME, there's a waypoint here just before the turn that says that we have to be at 2220. So we just set up a vertical speed that's gonna yield us an altitude of 2220. It's gonna be 2200, right at that waypoint, and we'll figure out the vertical speed from there. It's not too hard, actually. So we'll figure out. We'll use the technology, since the plane's gonna give us the tools to figure this stuff out. We'll use it to figure out, instead of trying to break our heads here, trying to figure out the old way, the hard way. Okay, we got a company message right there. It's probably our gate. There's, from what I remember, 2 or 3 gates that S7 that Sibir Airlines use there. It's 234 or 3.4.5. But anyways, we'll do whatever they want us to do. So let's take a look. Oh, ATC. Oh, stand number 2. Oh. I'm wrong. See, it's hard because it moves to the left. Now I'm a little bit lost. Okay, so Novy, that's a KHABAROVSK airport. Arrival, this is us. This is our flight. Stand number 2, ETA 1506. Okay, so I'm gonna write down here. Where's my... Oh. Stand number 2. Pretty straightforward. We might need to backtrack. I'm gonna look to see if there's an open exit, if coming from 05 right. No, yeah. So we have to backtrack on runway 05 right. All those other taxiways are closed, so we cannot use them anymore. We have to backtrack to the main taxiway, the exit that is gonna bring us right straight to the terminal. It's a pretty small airport. You guys will see. Long runway, really nice runway, 13,100 feet. So it's pretty nice, but it's a small apron and small terminal. Lots of parking positions, but small terminal. So we'll see the gates, the jetways and everything right away. They have 3 or 4 jetways on the terminal there. The rest is all parking, what we call here stand parking, and 3 or 4 gates. From what I remember, it's 3 gates, but I could be wrong. So yeah, so we're gonna be using Agony, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Agony 3 Sierra. So we're gonna be using Agony as our entry point here on the star. We have to be at or above flight level 300 at Agony. So there's nothing we can do until, well, we could descend a little bit, but there's not much we can do until we reach Agony. That's probably one of the reasons too we have the top of descent past Agony. And there's next waypoint's gonna be Adepi, and we have another constraint at or above flight level 190. So it's there's a lot of constraint. We're gonna stay high, like pretty high, until we get close to the airport, which is kind of a different situation that we are used to. That we keep descending, but no, they want us to keep high until we reach the VOR there, which is on that threshold on the runway there. We're still gonna be 8,000 by then. Then when we start doing our racetrack, we're gonna descend on the downwind leg. We'll call on the downwind leg. We're gonna start our descent. So it's gonna be like a shuttle descent on the turn and downwind, and then we're gonna establish. We're gonna level up at 2,200 and do this last turn, maintaining 2,200 until we are on final. Then we're gonna follow the glide slope. So yeah, what we can just gonna do here, since I have the plate open, just gonna double check red nav here. So India Uniform Foxtrot for the ILS, yeah, 110.3 and course of 054. So that's good. It's all set there. But we're gonna do our checks before our top of descent. It's just that since I had I had it open here, so I might as well check red nav. Okay, we're there. Our last good old last hour. So yeah, oh, that's actually way past the last hour. So 40 minutes for our arrival, and 16 minutes for our top of descent. Yeah. Well, yeah, you can see the airport already inside the 240 radius there. That's beautiful. If we cut to 160, we can almost have the airport there. But we will keep 320 for now. We won't be using, even though it's a night flight, we won't be using radar. We're good. We're gonna keep terrain on the navigation display there. The weather is good, so there's not much on the way of weather, clouds and precipitation that we have to worry about. So let's leave it on terrain. Just going through the flight plan here one last time. We are on our way to Rusat. Okay, so now we are in already KHABAROVSK airspace, and yeah, unfortunately KHABAROVSK is not online anymore. And at Rusat, we were supposed to be at flight level 370, which we are. Actually, let's do Kurin, since Kurin, we're just past Kurin. We're closer to Kurin than Rusat. Kurin flight level 370, 449439. That's pretty good. 449444. 6.5 4.7. 6.4 4.8. 1 hour and 31, so it's now 1 hour and 36. 256 miles to go. It's less now, right? On heading of 002. And 266055 for the winds. Actually, the winds are better than we were expecting. It died down much sooner than we were expecting. And that's that. And temperature, yes. We can look at temperature. Can I click from here so I don't have to move the camera? No. Plus 3. Keeping in mind that's ISA temperature. Okay, we're getting there. Soon we're gonna be bringing the range to 160. Once I like to have the airport, at least the approach and everything, the arrival inside in the view there, especially when there's long stretches like this. So yeah, we're getting there. Won't take long now. So you have, yeah, 12 minutes for top of descent. Soon we're going to be going for our flow, checklist flow here before our top of descent. And we got the numbers at for 1400 Zulu weather numbers for KHABAROVSK, so we're going to keep KHABAROVSK. We're going to keep those numbers that we're already punched in. But we're gonna revise and make sure that we have everything set, but we don't have to worry about that anymore. So we're looking pretty good here. Just hoping that the actual approach, the actual arrival is gonna be set it up properly. If not, we might need to fly that manually. Not manually. We're still gonna be using the FCU. So it's gonna be on managed mode, but we're gonna have to set up the racetrack pattern here for the approach if it's not showing up properly. That's why I'm waiting, so we can zoom in a little bit. We can go plan actually and just go there. So we'll go to flight plan and we move. Oh yeah, it's done properly. That's what I was worried about. Sometimes I don't know, sometimes this database files they have, especially when something a little bit more fancier than the usual, sometimes they have problems. But no, that makes sense. I actually could have used this when we were talking about it. So that's the idea. We were gonna come down from let me see if I can go, yeah, from Adepi. So we have to wait until Adepi, no, to Agony, sorry, yeah, we have to wait until Agony to start our descent. Then there's a constraint here at Adepi, which is at or above 9,000. Only then we're gonna be able to descend more, but we still have to maintain 8,000 at KHABAROVSK VOR here. Now we can zoom in. KHABAROVSK VOR. So we're gonna do 8,000. Do like a shuttle descent. This leg is 17 miles. The descent gradient that they want is 5.8%. And we have to be at 2,220 feet by this waypoint here. It's 12.3 DME from KHABAROVSK VOR, which we're going to be using 2,200. We're going to maintain the 2,200 until we are here on final, and then we're going to just follow the glide slope. So yeah, so it's a pretty interesting layout for the star, but pretty good because they have a published procedure turn, the racetrack pattern, so a published procedure turn, which is pretty cool, instead of having you guessing, even though when you have experience, you right away you know what kind of procedure turn. And coming from this area, it's always a racetrack, so it's pretty straightforward. But it's nice that they actually have the procedure turn, the pseudo procedure turn published, so make it easier for you to just follow, and everybody else just follow what has to be done, right? So yeah, so no, I'm happy with that. Everything looks good. We're good to go. Just move this back to arc. And once we can leave 160 here, we can we're almost we can almost see the airport. So yeah, so pretty straightforward, but really nice. It's gonna take us to a nice straight-in approach. Just like I said, I have to just make sure that we remember that it's 2.67 degrees on the glide slope. It's not a standard 3 degrees, but they have a tape. They have some numbers on a plate for speed, for vertical speed based on speeds. So we are looking into 140 roughly. So 670. I was going to say here frames per second. 670 feet on our vertical speed. So that's the number that we're going to be looking into on our glides, on our approach. So 670 for vertical speed. Of course, if we fly the 3 degrees, if we use our rule of thumb, the one that I always use, it's close enough. But will be nice to try to follow the 2.7 degrees on the glide slope. Not really a big deal. Well, we're almost there. 7 minutes. We can, I guess we could. Landing performance, let's double check. 009, 13. I have written down here. So 060 at 4. 13, yeah, 13, good. 009. Yeah, our approach speed is gonna be 136. Transition is 50. MDA 428. Just double check here. Yeah, 428. That makes sense. And ILS 05 right. Yes, 05 right. The one further away from the terminal. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so this looks good. FMS, there's nothing. Everything else is ready. We're ready to go. Landing elevation on a cruise. Just want to make sure that we have the 200 here, auto 200. It's the airport elevation is 243, so 200 will work. So we're good with that. Actually, we're gonna be bringing this back a little bit, anyways, because I like to have vertical speed and everything displayed once we are descending and approaching, just in case we need to make adjustments. Auto brake, we're gonna use medium. Not that we need, but well, the sooner we stop, the better it is, because we're gonna have to backtrack on the runway. Approach briefing, yes. Let's see if these numbers are good. So 5,000 on transition. Yeah. 2,200 on intercept for the final approach fix. Yeah, that makes sense. Minimum 428. Yeah, so very good. Are you ready for the approach briefing?
Ready. Okay,
we already done our approach briefing. One thing that we want to make sure is 2,200 is the missed approach altitude. So since 2,200 is the one that we're gonna have on the FCU anyways for the approach, we won't have to touch that. Any questions?
None.
Approach briefing complete. So yeah, we won't have to change the altitude. That's gonna be the altitude that we're gonna be up on our final set before the glide slope, before intercepting the glide slope, and that's the same altitude we climb on mist when we go mist. Hopefully we won't, but especially the 1,400 feet runway. Is it 1,400 that I said? Yeah, 13. Yeah, hopefully we can stop. We can land on A320, not 1,300 feet runway. Okay, approach briefing complete. Terrain, we're gonna leave terrain on NG. Radar, we are okay, and there's no anti-ice or no anti-ice. And we're gonna be going down to, so our first altitude will be 3,000, flight level 300. Actually, it won't be because that's agony. We're gonna be going lower than that. So flight level 190 is the first one. Or we can set flight level 80 straight away. No, let's do 190. We're gonna use manual descent. We're gonna be putting our own vertical speed. I don't trust managed that much. Even though we have lots of time, because we're gonna have to fly the procedure turn, have lots of time if we're a little bit higher. Let's do it in a proper way here. Let's try to respect the constraints, altitude constraints, and at the same time have the optimum altitude, so we don't fall behind the approach. Okay, so we're ready to go. We're gonna keep flight level 190. As soon as we are ready to descend, we're gonna punch the number, and we're gonna be let me just check if we can see a DEPI here. Oh, DEPI should be the next one then. Okay, and we're gonna be yeah, I'm pretty sure. No, it shouldn't be much closer. Yeah, we'll see. Oh, a DEPI showed there in one of the... Yeah. Okay, so we'll keep this one on there. And I might turn this off right now. There's not much more that we are going to be doing other than activating the approach. Well, okay, let's wait a little bit longer, and then we'll bring the MCDU off out of the screen. Okay, so there's Agony there, 6 miles. And we should make our call. KHABAROVSK Novy traffic, Sibir 568, inbound for landing, just inbound Agony, 3 Sierra, arrival, ILS runway 05 right. We're going to be leaving flight level 370 shortly, and we are planning on arriving at the airport in 25 minutes. 25 minutes. Any traffic in the air, please advise Sibir 568, KHABAROVSK Novy. That got me now that I don't have the iPad on. I kind of got lost having to look on the web. So I was looking, so where are my numbers? Every time that we're reporting, I'm always looking at the MCDU and some numbers, and that got me a little bit. Anyways, we'll find out if there's any traffic or not. I'm not expecting any traffic there anymore, other than someone arriving, someone later like we are. Okay, let's do this. I will call now first. We are 440. I'll call 2400. Oh yeah, see, 2400 is gonna bring us pretty close to a DEPI where we want to be at flight level 290, and we're gonna turn constraints on right now, even though it's a little bit earlier than usual because there's a lot of constraints here. And there you go, confirmation on descent mode. And we're gonna activate up. That's what I meant with activating the approach phase. We'll activate once we are close to the approach. That's the only last thing that we have. We're gonna just double check. Still GPS primary and accuracy is high, so we're still good. And we're actually pretty close to the managed, as you can see here. The magenta, yeah, it's okay. The magenta shows where the managed if we put on manage mode, this is what we're gonna be following. So we're doing good. I'll keep the MCDU on for a little bit longer, but I'll turn it. I'll close it once we get close to the approach. It's not good to have distractions on the screen. Anyways, this is going well. Hopefully the landing will be better. will be good too. We are getting close to ADAP here. Since there's no traffic and there's no ATC, if we are 5 miles past ADAP and we level off at 190, that's good too. We're not gonna, there's no reason to be too peaky. See, it's pretty close. The prediction to fly level 190 is 43 miles. We are 43 miles from ADAP. So our number makes sense, and we know we're close because, like I said, the managed mode, the magenta circle here, we're pretty close to that circle. So that means that we're pretty close to what the managed mode would have been. So transition here is 5,000. It's 5,200, right? No, 5,000 for level 550. So by the time we hit, no, we'll keep, especially since a procedure turn, we'll keep standard on the altimeter setting, just to make sure. So we're gonna wait until we reach our transition level. We're gonna set our altimeter setting for the altimeter setting for the area here, and we're gonna do our approach checklist. We had another check at 10,000, which is gonna be coming first. Usually comes after in North America. The transition level is flight level 180. So in our approach checklist is at 10,000 feet. So in this case, we're gonna do our 10,000 feet. Oh, sorry, and the 10,000 feet check is at 10,000 feet. So this time we're gonna be we'll be doing the 10,000 feet check before the approach checklist, which happens a lot in Europe, but doesn't happen here in North America. Well, I hope you enjoyed. I'm sorry once again for being late and not getting ATC in our destination, but it was nice to have ATC. It's always nice to have ATC in Japan. So, and it's nice to go to different places. I was going to go fly. We had two options: to go out of Narita to KHABAROVSK that we're doing now, or get the A321 and fly out of Haneda, the other Tokyo airport, to Gimpo, South Korea, because it was all fully ATC too. So I decided to just go back to Russia, even though I knew that the chances were that by the time we got to Russia we wouldn't have ATC, but ground speed is going down, so we now have 400 knots. So I want to bring this down to 2,000, so we keep following the 3 degrees slope. That's why I reduced the numbers a little bit. To compensate the reduction on the ground speed. Okay, so from Adepi we're gonna go all the way to Khabarovsk VR by the threshold there. So the next waypoint after Adepi will be the actual airport. We'll be overflying the airport. Hopefully we're gonna have a nice visual from the airport. And we're gonna descend to 8,000. Khabarovsk Novy traffic, CB 568 A320 inbound Adepi on Agony 3 Sierra, arrival ILS runway 05
Cabin
right,
crew prepare
leaving,
for arrival.
Fly level 199 to fly level 80. Any traffic in the air please advise CB 568 Khabarovsk Novy.
Дамы и господа, командир корабля поручил Табло соединить с ФМИ. Наш самолет высокого притяжения примерно через 15 минут совершит посадку в аэропорту назначения. Мы прекращаем обслуживание и начинаем подготовку к посадке. Просим вас занять свое кресло. Убедиться, что ручная кладь закреплена на багажной полке или под сиденьем прямо перед вами. Для ремень безопасности приведите спинку кресла в вертикальное положение. Кладь скидной столик открыть шнурку иллюминации. Все электронные устройства должны быть выключены до момента полной остановки.
Okay, let's go down to 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has switched on the fasten seatbelt sign. The aircraft has started its descent and approximately in 15 minutes will be landing at our destination airport. We have to stop our service as we're now preparing for landing. Please return to your seat. Check that your hand luggage is located in the overhead bin or under the seat in front of you. Fasten your seatbelt, return to your seat in the upright position. Stow the tray table, open the window blinds. All electronic devices must be switched off until the aircraft comes to complete.
Well, funny enough, I think our last flight, our last stream was the same aircraft. We were using the same aircraft, Siberia A320, coming back from Norilsk, going to Novosibirsk. I'm pretty sure that was the last flight that I streamed, because I remember having a problem on the internet right when we were taxiing to the gate. And I lost the internet and shut it down the stream and everything. And I never even put a comment and never had a chance to say bye to anyone. And that was the last flight. That was the last stream. Wow, it was like an eternity. It's good to be back. Thank you for coming back and watching too. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry for being away for so long. Okay, we're gonna maintain 1900. I was going to bring it down to 1800 feet per minute, but let's keep 1900. Ah, there you go, predictions. Too bad that prediction shows 175. Should have been more a prediction of 375. me just out of curiosity, let me just check something here. I don't know if this works or not. I know there's a bunch of commands that you can yeah, I don't know. I don't even remember where I saw that. I saw somewhere. Anyways, it's no time to worry about this right now. Oh, there's the airport. Really nice. Let's definitely get rid of this now. So there's KHABAROVSK. We're going to be flying the VOR. It's on the threshold of runway 34. Oh, runway 234, runway 23. Okay, so you want 8,000 here. That is really nice. Remember, this is all freeware. So, a lot of work those Russians put in their freeware sceneries. It's amazing. All of them are amazing, always. Okay, so there's our procedure turn. Okay, so 8, we can go now to 2,200. KHABAROVSK traffic, Sibir 568 A320, turning left downwind, ILS runway 05 right, Sibir 568 KHABAROVSK. Okay, so we have some traffic there. So we are what, 28 knots, 280 knots. Okay. The problem is he has to backtrack too. If it was just a matter of, oh no, he doesn't. Actually, I think the taxiway to runway 05 right is open. Yes. So if he's quick enough, he will be able to departure before us. He doesn't need to backtrack. We will need to backtrack, but he won't. That's the only taxiway on a threshold that is still open. Is the threshold 05 right. I know we're speeding a little bit, but QNH 1009. QNH 1009. Set.
QNH 1010 set. Passing 3000. Now.
Checked. Approach checklist.
Briefing.
Confirmed.
ECAM status.
Checked.
Seatbelts.
On.
Baro ref.
QNH 1009 set.
QNH 1010 set. Minimum.
428 feet set.
428 feet set. Engine mode selector.
Normal.
Approach checklist complete.
Khabarovsk traffic, Sibir 568 A320 turning left base, ILS runway 05 right. Sibir 568 Khabarovsk. Flaps 1.
Speed checked. Flaps 1.
Khabarovsk traffic, Sibir 568 A320, 12 miles final, ILS 05 right. Sibir 568 Khabarovsk. And we have the runway inside. Flaps 2.
Speed checked. Flaps 2. Passing final approach fix. 2200 feet.
Check.
Gear down.
Flaps 3.
Speed checked. Flaps 3.
Flaps 4.
Speed checked. Flaps full. Cabin crew, be seated for landing.
Landing checklist.
Cabin crew.
Advised.
Auto thrust.
Speed.
Auto brake.
Medium.
ECAM memo.
Landing oblong.
Landing checklist complete.
Khabarovsk traffic,
Glide.
Sibir 568 short final, ILS 05 right. Sibir 568 Khabarovsk. Checked.
1000.
Checked.
500. Above.
100 above.
Checked.
Minimum.
Minimum.
Lane.
Checked.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. Retard.
Spoilers. Reverse green. Decel. $70 knots.
Checked. I hate the brakes, the sensitivity. It's so high. So hard to brake hard when you want to brake hard.
Approaching. 2, 3, left. On runway. 2, 3, left.
Khabarovsk traffic Sibir 568 backtracking 05 right to exit on Foxtrot. Sibir 568 Khabarovsky. Thank you very much for waiting. That was a late flare. Yeah, the brake thing is the only thing that I can't set properly. It's so sensitive. But if I don't put high sensitivity, it doesn't work properly. So I have no choice. I have to be very careful when I brake. So hard to brake hard, I lose control of the plane on the rolling when I'm rolling. Khabarovsk traffic Sibir 568 clear runway 05 right at Foxtrot. Thank you very much. Have a good flight. After landing checklist.
Flaps.
Retracted.
Spoilers.
Disarmed.
APU.
Start.
Radar.
Off.
Predictive wind shear system.
Off.
After landing checklist complete.
Approaching. 0, 5, left. Approaching. 0, 5, left.
Khabarovsk traffic Sibir 568 on Foxtrot, gonna taxi to stain number 3 via Foxtrot Bravo. Sibir 568 Khabarovsk. I know the company said that number 2, but I think number 2 is a stand. It's not a gate. I know for sure. thank you for the radio check. I'll check and see what the problem is. Thank you very much. Have a good flight. До свидания. Всего хорошего. Okay.
Siberian 568, Siberian 1802, thank you.
And look at this dynamic lighting and everything. This thing is amazing for a freeware. Even for a payware, I'll pay for this. This is amazing. There's a worse payware. It costs 20 euros. You'll find on Sim Market stuff that costs 20, 25 euros. Way below the quality of this. Not that this is bad. This is amazing. Like I said, I'll pay for this with no problem. Okay, where are we? Number 3, right? Yeah. Look at the dynamic lighting and everything. Stuff that costs there 20, 25 that doesn't even have dynamic lighting. You have to edit and do your own stuff to make it work. And GSX gate, SOD, and everything. Everything works here. This is amazing. I couldn't see. I should have zoomed in. I couldn't see the GTS. Oh man, that's too far. Okay. Oh man. Parking checklist. It's actually not parking checklist. Cabin crew disarms, lights and cross check.
Кабинному экипажу двери в ручное положение, проверить время хватит. Cabin crew, doors to manual and cross check.
Oh, I see what happened. I called for a taxi parking checklist. He flipped all the stuff the other way. That's what I said. Oh man, how did I manage to get all the switches wrong on the lights? That's what happened. Yeah, he screwed everything up. He changed the chocks and everything. Now I have to make sure that everything's. Parking checklist.
APU bleed.
On.
Engines.
Off.
Seat belts.
Off.
Exterior lights.
Nav logo on.
Fuel pumps.
Off.
Parking brake and chocks.
Off. Any.
Parking checklist complete.
Okay, report has been sent. Let's just double check and see what kind of numbers we got on this. 73 feet per minute on the touchdown. That's great. Okay, And the other one, I have to do the fuel report here on our arrival. So we departure with 11.3 and we arrived at 5340. Okay. That's our beautiful Sibir A320. Another one in the books. Thank you so much for watching. If you're watching live or if you're just watching later, I really appreciate. Thank you so much. Sorry for taking so long to get back streaming here. Amazing city. It just blows my mind. These guys are so talented that it is just amazing. It is, it's incredible. So yeah, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for watching. Once again, sorry for taking so long to stream again. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope we can do lots of flights this weekend. I know I always say that, but we'll do our best to do some nice flights in Europe and maybe North America too. We'll see. Thank you so much. Thank you, Prasad. Thank you, Ligmif. Thank you so much for support, and I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. Thank you very much, everybody. Stay safe. Bye-bye.